What are the sort of the dominant drivers of the energy sector
Right.
at the moment? And obviously digitalisation must be one of them, but you know, what else is going on?
No, I mean, if you think about the energy ecosystem and what that means, right? I like to think about it as going from wellhead all the way to the socket. And what that means is you've got the exploration, production, transportation, refining, storage, all the way through to generation and then transmission distribution. So when you think about it, that's sort of the ecosystem. What we've laid out here are sort of the 9 drivers and how those are all interrelated and what that can do. So digitization is certainly a piece of that. The electrification of things is another that I think is quite interesting. And what the interesting part about each of these is that they all interact together. So if you think about renewables, we were talking about it, if you have a solar plant that comes up, that solar is now getting closer to its point of consumption, which then impacts transmission distribution. So one improvement in one part of the ecosystem can have an impact somewhere else on it. So the digitization piece is really the thread that brings it all together. So when we think about digitization in GE, we're thinking about first and foremost the visibility into the assets. That's the first piece that you want to make sure you have access and visibility to. Second piece is then using data and analytics to provide more insights. And then the third piece is looking at sort of how that interacts and relates with the market and what it can do for a customer. So going to the decarbonization, what that does is as you're starting to shift technologies and you have digitization in the mix of it, you have more efficiency, so you're able to burn less fuel in certain technologies or certain parts of the ecosystem, which then can reduce and remove CO2 from the environment.